I am almost at a loss for words on this Red Horse Knife Works Hellraiser. My buddy Rob bought this and graciously sent it to me first. He bought it from Recon 1. It had been on their website for a little while. I had been lusting after it myself, but with just buying my house, I couldn't justify the money at this point. I almost did. I almost pulled the trigger a couple of times. As you know, you probably know, I have a bit of a Hellraiser problem. From the production versions to the full customs to the mid-tech customs, if you will, to the automatics, I have a problem. And we're going to talk about that a little bit today. I'm not going to really go into all of the specs on this guy. I'm going to tell you the materials because that is muy importante. Very important. And that's why I'm blown away by it. And I can justifiably say I'm blown away because I have a full dress version custom Hellraiser already. So it's not like it's the fanciest one I have or I've ever seen. Although it might be the fanciest one. This is one I've owned for a little while that I bought from the owner of this guy. He owned 4 really high-end custom Black Death series, which is what this one is from. And this one that I bought from him also that was originally Jim Skelton's, which was actually the first custom Hellraiser. And I've talked about that in other videos, so I won't go into all those details. But Rob bought this one from Recon 1. It just got delivered to me today, actually. I did a quick unboxing video, and I am doing this video now to kind of point out what you can get, or what you could have gotten. There are a bunch of customs out there. They are for sale few and far between, but they do come up for sale from time to time on like Recon 1, Arizona Custom Knives. There is a one very similar to this one on eBay right now at a price that's a little high, in my opinion, for what it is. I did make an offer for considerably less, which was declined instantly, but that's okay. This guy here is maybe the nicest one. And I'm a little sad that I didn't pull the trigger on it myself, but the current owner that I'm going to ship this to knows that I am interested. And if he doesn't love it, or in some amount of time, days, months, weeks, years from now, I get dibs. So let's talk about the materials. And that's what makes this one so unique and special for me. Is this is meteorite scales. Here and here. And the pivot collars. And if you saw my unboxing the other day, I misspoke and mentioned these being the San Mai pivot collars because I wasn't looking close enough. But these are meteorite pivot collars and meteorite scales. So it's legitimately out of this world. I mean, how cool is that? It does add to the weight a little bit. This is 8.6 ounces, and this other full dress custom is 7.9. So it is a bit heavier. But for a guy who carries a 2-pound Peacemaker in my pocket every so often, I can handle the 8.6 ounces. Then you have Carbo Quartz, which is a material you can't get anymore. You can't build new knives out of Carbo Quartz unless somebody has some material back in their warehouse, in their back closet down in the bottom of their toolbox. They may find some pieces of carbo quartz here and there. And as I'm looking at this, I can see there's a little bit of a crack here in the meteorite. Not a problem. You can't even feel the crack. You know, that's just part of it. It's a rock, for goodness sakes. So, but carbo quartz and meteorite make it super special if that was it. However, you got Chad Nichols' Damascus blade. Stainless steel San Mai, as much detail and information as I could get. Beautiful. Now, if I had one thing to change, it'd be a darker etch on the blade. As we zoom out, you can see you got to be kind of in the right light to see the San Mai. Other times it does just kind of fade away. I like a dark edge. I think that would have tied in pretty good, but I love this also. That would be my one thing for me. But the San Mai blade is also part of the backspacer is San Mai. And the pocket clip, we really need to zoom in on the clip because that is a special piece. So you have zirconium as the pocket clip. Looks like some blued titanium under the pocket clip, maybe. And then you've got this San Mai inlay in the pocket clip. I mean, that's just crazy. Ed was kind of a madman back in the day when he was making these. And he went to a lot of effort to do that. Very much like this other one that I do own, that Rob used to own also. This is a zirconium pocket clip with a bearing here. And in talking to Ed, it took him 3 days to get this pocket clip right. Just super awesome. And super fingerprint magnet. Polished zirconium is crazy like that. The other thing you'll notice here is the finishing on the liners. And that is unusual compared to the other liners that I have. The other liners are all just very plain. Nothing fancy. Which is okay. But that's what sets this one apart. This is the Attila Hellraiser, they called it. Don't know where that name came from, but super cool. And one other thing is there is a relief cut on the lock bar, which is super unusual. And I didn't even really notice it at first until I went to claw release it. And I was like, what the heck? I think that just gives it a little bit more detail. It's very comfortable to unlock in any configuration, whether you're using your thumb or your finger in that claw type method. This is an older model. I think it needs a little bit of a tune-up, little spa treatment here. The bearings are a little gritty. It's not bad. It's not terrible. It's all hidden hardware. So this would have to go back, in my opinion, back to Ed and see if he could take it apart, clean it up, do a little lube job, change the oil, check the tires, all that good stuff. And I think it'd be worth it. I just think it's beautiful. The flipping action works superbly, unlike the other ones. This one doesn't fire out. I mean, it works good, but it doesn't fire like a rocket. This more mid-tech custom, it's a custom, but less dressy, kind of a working man's custom, if you will, has a much lighter detent. And I wish this one had a stronger detent. But this also has Chad Nichols Bacon Damascus, carbon fiber scales, hidden hardware. Super cool. They're all cool. Obviously, I have a Hellraiser problem. I'm not going to admit how many I have right now because I don't have that number on top of my head. But this one does need a little bit of a cleaning. Also on the inside of the liners, it's all engine turned and jeweled, if you will. I think this might be, if the bearings were cleaned up and this action was smoother, this would maybe be my favorite custom Hellraiser that I have ever handled. And with any luck, my friend who I'm sending this off to will love it for a little while and then want to pass it on. And hopefully it'll come back to me because I love it. And I think it's awesome. And I have a Hellraiser problem. Much like my Fisher problem. My Frank Fisher battle problem. I've got 4 or 5 of those. And I've got currently 4 customs, maybe a 5th custom in the future. So anyway, I know I kind of rambled a little bit. I just wanted to gush over this thing for a few minutes with you all. And because we've got them all here, let's just show you the customs that I do have in my collection. And they are all very unique, all very special. And at some point, I am working with Ed Kim to make the last custom Hellraiser because he is sunsetting, retiring this model in the custom lineup for sure. He's still going to offer the production ones, is my understanding, of which I also have a few of those. And I have a fixed blade somewhere also. I don't know. He did do some automatics, which is cool. And for production ones, this one is absolutely amazing. Probably the smoothest action of any of the Hellraisers I have, custom or production. So thanks for sticking through, and please enjoy. I will put my Red Horse Knife Works playlist up here in the corner because he makes other models as well, and I have done videos on most all of the other models that he's made. And if I'm missing one, let me know because I would love to fill in the missing gaps. But for now, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. And Rob, I'm going to put this bad boy back up and get it overnighted to you here either today or tomorrow. So you'll have it very soon. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a fantastic day, and we will see you on the next video.